には天城がいれば満足だから。
それでは困るのです。生身の女性でなければバンフィールド家が途絶えてしまいますぞ。
だから最初からバッチ来いって女に手を出してもつまらないんだよ。
男性がいいならそちらも手配できますよ。
興味ねえよ。
Alright, this episode was the harem episode of I'm an Evil Lord, and I was a little bit disappointed in it. Now, I do think that the episode, which is episode number 8, I think it did follow, it did heavily follow Liam as his character is. This whole time, he's on a quest to conduct and to obtain a harem. His goal, at least, is 100 girls, which he thinks is a lot, which, you know, hey, by any world standard is a lot. But his butler, as well as Amagi, were like, I think you could do like 1,000. He's like, yo, 1,000? Who the hell wants 1,000 girls? You know what I mean? He's like, how do you even keep up with 1,000? How do you even know the names of 1,000? How do you feel like anything for 1,000? 1,000 is a crazy number. And I completely agree. I think 1,000 is a crazy number. I think 100 is like a crazy number. 10... Like, originally he was like 10. 10 seems like a good number to establish relations and relationships and bonds. Anything beyond 10, I think, is absolutely nuts. But regardless, he's like, yo, I just want 10. But he's like, I'm going to put a goal of 100. But the thing that he struggled with the whole entire episode was, one, he wants to be an evil lord. And again, very in character. He wants to be an evil lord, and he wants to obtain girls that don't want to be obtained. He wants to go and get the hard to get. But the reality is he is the leader, the king, the ruler, the owner of the planet that he resides in. So every woman on this planet is, you know, unless they're betrothed or married or whatever, they're pretty much willing to be like, oh yeah, for my king, for my leader, for my planet owner, like, yeah, I would, you know, sign me up. So that's the problem, you know, immediately out the gate, is that every woman in his territory is going to be completely on board with going and entertaining and being with Liam. The other part is later on in the episode, you know, as he goes to not survey, but as he goes to explore his land, and later in the episode, he finds out that Amagi tells him, like, I've already employed the, you know, based on her AI and scanning abilities, she tells him, like, yo, I've already employed the most beautiful men and women on your planet. Like, so he's like, oh yeah, that's true. Like, I do see really good looking people here. And she's like, yeah, basically, like, pick whoever you want. Like, you know, if they are considered the most beautiful, whether they're man or woman, like, they work here. So, like, you can just go and just have a ball. Like, they basically have pre-agreed to, hey, if my boss, if my leader, if my king wants me, I'm like, let's go. And that posed another problem to him. He's like, if it's that easy, I don't want it. And I want to stop right there and just say, hey, one thing that I had as a question was, like, it's been a while, like, outside of Amagi, it's been a while, probably since his last life, that Liam has engaged in those kind of activities. Again, outside of Amagi, because we know that he be getting freaky with his robot. But you would think that he would have some desires to engage with multiple willing and, you know, pre-screened and basically just like, you know, women who want to engage with him as well. You would think that he would want to do that as well. But he's very like, no, like, if I can't get it, and if I can't have it in this one specific scenario, and if the figmentation of what I imagine the woman is or women are, he's like, I'm just not about it. So I struggle with that. I'm just like, on one part, I'm a little disappointed in the episode because, like, I wanted to see the harem begin and, like, everything else, blah, blah, blah. But on the other part, I'm like, okay, well, it's very much in character for him. The other thing is, you know, as he's exploring his world, he comes across questionable fashion. He finds out that, you know, when women go to beaches, you know, they're completely covered up because it protects against UV rays. They're basically wearing like a big, like a one piece, like, I don't even know, like they're like a head to toe suit, basically. Like, the only thing that's revealed is like above their neckline. And he has a problem with that because, of course, they had some weird fashion when, like, they were wearing like little pimple patches, but it has like a bubble. Very weird. He's like, it makes them look like clowns. I agree. It makes them look stupid. He goes to hit on a girl, and even he's like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you? So obviously he's abolishing some fashion. He's gonna get the women in his staff to be dressed the way he wants. He wants to establish fashion among his territory as he imagines it. because the fashion was able to take a direction in whatever direction it took in his territory. But he's like, that's ugly. So that's a thing too. The very last thing is Christiana, I think is her name is, the blonde hair girl that he saved. It looks like she may be the first, potentially, I don't know for sure, because again, she seems very willing to go and be whatever Liam wants to be. But because Liam not only reproduced her body, but then the same body of her crewmates as well, he used elixirs and all the technology to basically bring them back to how they were. She's like, my lord, my savior, my one and only Liam. So potentially, Christiana could end up being the first official member of his harem. Again, it's going to be easy street, though, so I don't know if she will for sure, because she's going to be joining or wanting to join willingly. And I think he will use her as a commander and as a fleet and I think he'll use her, but will she be girl one? Well, I guess Amagi's girl one. Will she be girl two in his harem? And then what about Nias or Nias, however you say her name as well too. So let's see what ends up happening. But I was a little disappointed because there was actually no establishment of any harem here. Just an idea, a plan for it. You know what I mean? The Donald Trump thing where it's like, I have a concept of a plan. That's what it really was here. So overall, I still really enjoyed the episode. I thought it was fire. I think it was still an 8 out of 10 episode. I think it was really good. I really enjoyed it a lot. I was just like, man, I was disappointed that there was like the lack of actually producing a harem as the episode indicated that it would. So yeah. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you guys. Evil Lord never disappoints. Although I was disappointed in the harem establishment, I'm not disappointed in the episode. It still just never disappoints. So yeah, another great week, another great episode. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next week for episode number 9. Peace.